Hi there, Z here, and right off the bat, just kind of cover this right now. I apologize for not responding to comments or really putting out a lot of videos or anything else like that. Things have happened in my life, and apparently my house is falling apart brick by brick because the kitchen ceiling caved in about 5 days ago. So I've been kind of dealing with that, which is the main reason why I haven't been putting out much of anything or responding to you guys or anything. And it's just one more thing to remind me that, boy, life is not only unfair, but it also comes out of fucking nowhere. So fantastic. Getting that taken care of. It's hopefully going to be fixed in a couple weeks. I have to deal with my insurance agency. It's a fun time for Zach and his infinite amount of money. Wait a minute, I don't have an infinite amount of money. Pieces of garbage. God dang it. If it's not like the furnace, it's something falling apart at my house. But that's not what we're here about today. I decided to make another self-deprecating fable. I refuse to say story time because story time is the dumbest thing ever. So I'm going to think about all the other stories that I've done and all the other stories that have gone through my life, because these are all very much real. And the next one, obviously, on my list is how I accidentally smoked the pot. Now, before I go into this big disclosure, I don't care about pot. Really don't care. I don't do it personally. I wouldn't be against trying it. I just don't care enough. I have one vice, two including pornography. I'm good with my vices, okay? I don't need to tack on another one that is potentially illegal depending on where you live. So Z Productions stamp of telling you guys, hey, if it's illegal where you're from, don't do it or don't get caught with it. Either one, whatever works for you. I just don't personally like it. I don't like the smell of it. Plus, I'm a cigar smoker, so it's like I'm not. And it's just not something that I don't want to inhale something that smells like a fucking skunk, and that's how you know it's the good stuff. Oh, this smells like a dying skunk on the road. Yeah, it's the best stuff ever. I'm cutting you a deal. So just throwing that out there because I'm gonna sound like a prude or like a shut-in right away, because I am really, especially when it comes to drugs. Boy howdy, I have no fucking clue. My hands are up. I have no idea, and it's going to be very apparent when I'm done with this story. But instead of just doing that one little part, I'm going to explain to you the entirety of the night. Because the entire night was weird. The entire night was fucking strange, and this proves to me that there is a higher power fucking with me. I know it for a fact. Let's start from the beginning. I'm working at a call center for a bank. I'm not going to go into details. I really doesn't matter too much, but I'm working at a call center and I'm doing collections. Everyone hates my guts, so guess what you do? You drink a lot in that profession. It's the same thing with politicians. It's the same thing with used car salesmen. They have to drink because it kills the part of them that's saying, hey, what I am doing is stupid. I hate what I'm doing, and people hate me as well. So it's one of those type of things where it's like, a couple of coworkers try to get to know me because I've been working with them for months, several months, and when I work, I don't talk to anyone. I put in headphones, I listen to music, I do my work, and I go home, and that's the kind of person that I am. So just to be sure that I wasn't a serial killer and I was actually cool to hang out with and I wasn't going to shoot up the workplace one of these days, they're like, let's take Zach out. Let's go out for some drinks. Simple night of drinks. That works for me. You know what I mean? Oh, it's just And if it would have stayed that way the entire night, this entire story with this entire night wouldn't have even happened. But when you go out to a bar with a bunch of machismo men, like, I'm not going to say I'm a beta dude. I'll throw down if it comes to it, but I will usually try to talk my way out of it to begin with. But these guys were just like, oh yeah, where's your fucking money? You haven't paid your money. Where's your money? You're gonna tell me where your money is or I'm killing your cat. Something like that. They were very nice guys, much more manly than I am, which is not hard. It's not hard. But they said the thing that you have to never do, the one thing that you never do with people like that is give them borders. Like, hey, I don't want to do this. Well, we're gonna fucking do it then. Why did you tell us? Now we have to put you through it. First mistake, because I was at the bar and I was drinking, not hard because I didn't want to take a cab. This was before Uber was even in our area, or Lyft, or any cheaper option. And if I wanted to get home, it would have been $25 for fucking 3 blocks. It's unbelievable. The taxi companies are like, oh, they're putting us out of business. Fucking don't make people take out loans just to get to their house. But that's another rant for another time. So the first thing that I did was just start drinking whiskey. Whiskey's my baby. I love whiskey. When you get to the age of drinking and you haven't tried whiskey, try whiskey. But I said, oh, they're like, oh, let me buy you a drink, Zach. It's call him coworker number 1, because names don't really matter in this situation. But they said, Zach, let me buy you a drink. What do you do? Well, let's take a shot, actually. And I'm like, alcohol? They have karaoke at this bar. I don't know about you guys, but I am a karaoke fiend. I will keep plugging in music and people will hear my shitty singing as long as no one's up there. I'm sure I am on 1,500 people's phones from them, from me like swinging my drink around and singing. I have a fucking rip-roaring good time when there's alcohol and karaoke. But again, for another time, all I'm trying to say, I'm trying to set the mood here. I'm trying to say I was having a good time. I'm getting to know these guys. They're ripping my balls apart because that's what dudes do. And there's karaoke. I put like 15 songs in, the 15 that I usually do at every single karaoke bar if they have them. I'm having a good time. And he said, I'm buying you a shot. Let's do a shot. What do you drink? And I said, I you know what? I will drink almost anything that you put in front of me besides tequila. Cannot stand it. I will drink gin, vodka, whiskey, rum, anything. Tequila is, I will throw it away. But I didn't want to do it to these guys because they're already, busting my balls, and I don't want them to have more fodder. And so he said, oh, okay, Jose Cuervo, that's a tequila, guys. Fantastic. This is going to be a good night. I need to keep my fucking mouth. At that point, I'm like, I just need to zip it. I just need to get through the bar. I need to not get drunk so I could drive home. I'm safe. We bonded. We're men. We're doing cool. And so we started talking. Just talking. They're talking. They're talking to people that they know from the bar. And I'm just quiet. And it's not helping the whole serial killer thing that I'm sure they were thinking about that's why they took me out. And it's just not helping because I don't know what they're talking about. Football. I moderately like football. Back in the day when this happened, which was 6 years ago or something like that, hated football. Didn't like it at all. I'm getting into it now. But they're talking about basketball, football, they're talking about sports, and they're talking about banging chicks and just classic guy stuff. Hey, do you think what's her name at work is hot? Absolutely. I do unspeakable things to her. Hand clap. Laugh, laugh, jab, jab. But it goes on a little bit more, and as you guys know, I have a few of these in me, and I just start a-gabbing. Just keep talking. So, they were talking about strip clubs. Strip clubs, yeah, it's just part of the guy stuff to talk about. And they were talking about strip clubs they've been to in the past, the strip club that they have in town, and I'm like, yeah, that's weird. You know what's a weird thing? Call me straight-laced. I've never been to a strip club, never found the need to. What? He's never been to a strip club. He's never been to a strip club. We're taking you to a strip club tonight. Pay your tab and we're going. And I said, fuck! What did I tell myself at the very beginning with the tequila? And now I gotta go to a strip club, something I've never wanted to do. Let me stamp this one too. I have no problem with people going to strip clubs. I find it weird. There is a comedian called John Caparulo, and he has the perfect bit for this, where some guy, he mentioned, just like me, he mentions, I've never been to a strip club, and then like a life-altering drug or something like that. It's like, we're taking you to a strip club. And then he gets there, and it's like, the music sucks, some girl's rubbing her butt on my jeans, and it's weird. And it's just that kind of thing. If other people like it, that's fine. If you see me in a strip club, unless I'm hammered, you will see me just... I like this song. I like this song over here. Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, hopefully we don't see each other. Yeah, And while my brothers and cousin and everybody's in Sniffer's Row, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's the very front of the strip club, the one where they stack dollar bills up. And guess where we were at that point? My first time there, instead of staying in the back and saying, well, let's get Zach a private lap dance. Maybe not out here in front of everyone, where he's he's obviously not having a good time. Just so obvious that he is not enjoying this. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I had something in my throat just thinking of the entire night. But yeah, they put me right down there. They stacked up, made a little pyramid of $1 bills. She swept them away and she grabbed my face, which had this beard. I've had beard for a long, long time. And she jammed it in her freaking chest and started rubbing my head like this. I'm like, bitch, I'm going to give you a rash. Like, this is nothing to fuck around with. This is not soft wool cotton. This is hard. Anybody who has a beard knows this hair is a little bit harder than this hair. It's the way everything is made. So she got done with that. They started drinking more, and I thought, I'm done. I'm done. This night couldn't get any worse. Bullshit! It definitely did get worse, because then they're like, Zach, we're all drunk, and we're sorry, I know it's supposed to be your night with the strip club, but we want to go and pick up some friends. You got some room in your car? And it's like, four fully grown men in a like a sedan. Yeah, sure. I guess we could squeeze in. There could be lap sitting. I don't fucking... Who cares about my tires and they pop because there's 8,000 pounds in my car? But I'm trying to be a cool guy. I'm trying to be the dude. So I say, sure, let's go. Where are they? And then they're like, oh, they're over here. And then, whatever. So they all get in the car. And I'm just sitting here just like, being very cognizant about... I've drank... They've drank. There's a lot of drinking going on. If I get pulled over, I'm going to have the silverest tongue to get out of this. So I'm just driving, looking out for the cops, looking out for anybody. I'm not hammered, but it's like, you know when stuff like that's happening, you're just like, the best thing for me to do is just fucking not get pulled over. Just use your blinkers, slow to a stop for 3 seconds, just be very careful. And I'm just sitting here paranoid, because I've been drinking, because they've been drinking, where I'm just paranoid, and I hear... And I looked around, and I'm like, that was just one. Did someone bring a pop here? What the fuck is happening? And everyone they snuck beers out of the place, put it in their pockets, and they're opening them in my fucking car. That's illegal, ladies and gentlemen. Does not matter if I had one in my hand or not. It's illegal. And, it's not that I want to be a buzzkill, but I don't really think I want to have an insanely high traffic ticket or potentially go to jail. I don't know if that's going to jail worthy. So I flip out a little bit. And flipping out in front of a bunch of machismo men who just want to drink and have fun that night, it's not quite the best way, because then all of a sudden it's just, oh, straighten up, pussy. All right, it's just a few beers, we'll get done with them, and it's like, hey, what are you gonna do with them dead? We'll throw them out the window. Don't fucking throw empty cans out of my window. Stuff them underneath my seat or something, and I'll take care of them when I get... It was just a constant back and forth. And then the guy that bought me the shot and everything, he sees me and he's like, okay, guys, this is too much. Just down the beers right now, and we'll be good. Fucking started just downing them. And then so if you could see a silhouette of a car, you see 3 men with cans above their heads, downing it, and it takes one headlight to show that they're all beer cans. And if that's a cop, and there was a cop. He was about 4 cars back, I guess the length of 4 cars, but it was no cars between me and that cop car. And boom, headlights go right on. I'm like, fuck me! I don't even know these guys! And here we go. Pull over to the side of the road. Just like, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to be taken to jail or something like that. So I pull over and I'm waiting. I'm like, here it is. Oh, he just wanted me to get out of the way because he actually needs to be somewhere. Does anybody have a clean pair of fucking pants? Because I am soiled. So, after dropping off some of the guys, after them dropping off some guys, picking up some other guys, they said, hey, It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's time for us to wind down. So we're thinking about, going to some guy's house and just having a few more beers and just unwinding there. And I said, haha, please get out of my car. Yes, I would love to. I would love to drop you guys off there. Drove him all the way over there, stopped. They got out of the car. The guy was like, you want to come inside with us? And I'm like, no, I should really be, getting home. It's a little bit late. And he's like, well, we have beers and whiskey and we have some cigars. And I said, shit, because I love all three of those things. And I think he picked up on that earlier on. So I said, I'll stay here for half an hour. I'll have a few beers, not go to the whiskey, because that's getting to a point where I'm going to have to drive home with whiskey. And I love cigars. Like, I don't care if they're crappy Swisher Sweets or if they are, top of the line Cubans. I love just cigars, the smoky taste in your mouth. Waking up in the morning with that taste still in your mouth. Girlfriend doesn't like it so much, keep in mind, but I don't kiss her for that morning. Oh well. So, I'm there. We're getting to the main part of this story now. I am there having beers. Budweiser, Bud Lights, Coors, just shitty light beer. Sipping away. And then some guy said, Zach, we hear that you like smoking. And I said, yeah, I like cigars. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, we have some cigars if you want to go out into the garage and smoke them. And it's like, I should have thought, why are we going to the garage? It's not that cold out. We could just sit in the back or something like that. You know what? It's not my house, not my cigars, not my rules. Let's go smoke a cigar. And there was two other guys. One of them that was from the car before, and one random dude that I work with. I knew him. And it was seat, seat, seat. Simple triangle pattern. And I thought, hey, he's going to pull out. They were Swisher Sweets. They were just crappy ones. And he started pulling out some stuff. And he lit it, and passed it on. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm not a germaphobe. I thought we were all going to get our own. But again, something that somebody who knows what's happening probably could pick up on. And the other guy smoked it, gave it to me. I smoked it like a regular cigar, passed it off. And the more we were sitting there, the more people started coming out. And, it was a triangle formation because there was just three dudes smoking a cigar in a garage. Nothing weird about that at all. And then his girlfriend came and sat right there. Then there was another dude. Then there was another girl over here. And soon, the triangle of three dudes was a circle of about 8. Nothing is still going through my mind at this time. I'm thinking, wow, a lot of people like to smoke cigars. You should just go outside. Hell, I'll buy a pack for everybody. Let me come back with some cigars. And every time they gave it to me, I'm thinking these motherfuckers are drunk because the end is always pushed down. So I'm thinking, they're just being like, when they're holding it claw-wise, they're just mashing it down a little bit too much. And I'm like, everybody's here is drunk. Why am I the only one readjusting it every fucking time? And I do a cigar, pass it on, and the entire time, people seem to get more giggly. And if you guys don't know, it's a side effect of the Mary Jane. I even knew that because I own a TV. And I quickly realized they're laughing at me. And I'm like, why are you laughing at me? I thought we were having a good time. And one of the guys said, one of the three musketeers said, Zach, why aren't you inhaling? And I said, it's a fucking cigar. You taste the smoke. You don't get it in your lungs. Grab it again, motherfuckers. They keep pushing it down. I don't know what the hell's going on. And then the guy's just like, just try inhaling. I'm like, why would I inhale it? You don't inhale cigar. Boom. I'm like, oh, okay. The cigar's about that big now. It's itty bitty, and it's clicking. It clicked. I'm like, okay, there's no reason why we would keep a shitty cigar going for this long. It's pinched off on the sides. Everyone's giggling. There's smoke all in this room. There's a reason why we are inside. And they're asking me to inhale it and looking at each other like this. And when a motherfucker does that to you, he's thinking, you naive piece of shit. You have no fucking clue. And then it's like, oh, okay. I'm going home. Now I'm going home. I'm going back inside and finishing my beer. And I'm done with this. I have now made myself look like the whitest guy in the world because I could not pick up on the multiple hints. Multiple. There wasn't one. There wasn't two. There was probably 8 or 9 hints that something was going on, and my naive fucking mind couldn't wrap it around. So I went inside, started drinking beer, and apparently I offended one of the guys. Because he just walked inside very quiet. Everyone's giggling and holding on each other. That guy just straight up did not have a look on his face at all. If anyone was the serial killer, would have been guessed to be the serial killer, it would have been that guy by the end of the night. Because he's usually just a really nice, cool guy. Not when I denied it. Not when I'm like, oh, I understand what you guys are doing. Don't like it. I'm not interested. And for the next 12 minutes, 10 minutes, that took me to finish my beer, all he could say is, but you didn't inhale, man. And I said, no, I didn't know what we were doing. You didn't inhale, man. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I didn't. I'm not. And I know he's probably thinking like, oh, he's gonna rat on us. He's gonna tell somebody because he's so fucking uncool. Which, looking at the situation, I can understand that. But again, even back then, I didn't really give a shit about people doing it. I just didn't want to do it. And before anyone asks, they were. Someone's going to fucking correct me on this. Spliffs or something. My little brothers informed me about what they were. They bore out the half of the cigar tobacco and they stuff it with the weed, and that way you can smoke it without anybody being the wiser. So that was it. I went home. I felt fucking awful, and I thought I would never say that story again. Now some of you might already know that story because I say it on the stream a lot. So that is how I accidentally started, or I didn't smoke it though. Like, I didn't inhale. All right, I'm pulling Bill Clinton here. Did not inhale. I think he said that. I can't remember. Who fucking cares? So that would be another self-deprecating fable. Why am I doing these again? Why? Oh, dear God. Well, I have plenty more where that came from, guys. If you like it, make sure that you push the like button. And, I'll get out another review here soon. Cheers.